The Metlife Bowl is upon us. The Giants are taking on the Jets this upcoming Sunday, man. And the Jets are a team that's coming in that we thought this team was going to have Aaron Rodgers. We thought this team was going to be a high-powered offense. And instead, their defense is carrying just like they did last year. Well, guess what? The Giants are looking to show shades of that as well heading into this game, man. But before we dive into that, man, subscribe down below. Road to 10K still active, man. Like the video. Comment down below your thoughts, man. And let's talk about it. We're here talking about the Giants. The Giants have been rolling and taking losses recently, but they actually just came off a W against the Commanders, man, and they actually look pretty good. Compared to what they looked like weeks prior, they definitely look good. Now, putting up 14 points in the first half after they didn't score a single touchdown in the first half altogether, that's a W. But now, scoring 0 points in the second half, that's a problem. And I'm here to tell y'all, Tyrod Taylor is not fixing all the problems on this offense. I'm just being real with you. Has nothing to do with Tyrod Taylor, has all to do with the offense in general. The offense is still looking a little shady. Now, I am excited to see what they can do, especially going up against this Jets defense, because this Jets defense is real. They made clowns out of other quarterbacks so far, top quarterbacks in this league. So I'm definitely worried about that. And at the time of this recording, man, Daniel Jones is still not cleared for contact. So it's looking like another week with Tyrod Taylor. And once again, I'm not hating on Tyrod Taylor. I just can't believe that people really think that this team is better off with Tyrod Taylor starting versus Daniel Jones. I can't argue. The offense does look a little better, but I think it's the offensive line performing a little bit better. I think it's a little bit better play calling. If you guys didn't see it, Dayball did take the lead on offensive meetings last week. Do I look at that as a coincidence? I definitely don't. He's an offensive coach. He came over as an offensive coach. So if it's struggling, our head coach needs to step in and change something. So I'm glad it finally happened. In my opinion, it happened too little too late. He definitely should have took over after the first 4 weeks when we didn't score a touchdown for 2 straight games. But that's beyond me, man. I'm not trying to be negative. But going into this Jets game, man, I look at the other team as almost a reflection of ourselves, right? So our starting quarterback is hurt right now. Was our starting quarterback Aaron Rodgers? No, but shoot. After last year, I was saying Aaron Rodgers looked washed up and Daniel Jones looked better after last season. So not having starting quarterbacks on the both sides definitely hurts the offense on both sides. And their defense is carrying the team the same way recently our defense has stepped up. They played well against the Bills. They played well against the other teams that we lost to that it looks like a blowout. But the 49ers game was close. The Dolphins game, they forced some turnovers. And even last week against the Commanders, they only allowed 1 touchdown on a muff punt. So I can't even kill them for that, man. The defense is coming around. I see a lot of talk about Kayvon Thibodeau. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts on Kayvon Thibodeau. In my opinion, yes, he has the sack numbers, but you can tell the impact is just not there. You know, when we do chase these stats, when we do chase these analytics, knowing that, you know, the numbers are the numbers and the sacks are the sacks, I just feel like definitely Dexter Lawrence helps them tremendously. You subtract Dexter Lawrence, and who knows if he gets those same numbers. But I'm not here to discredit the man. I want Kayvon Thibodeau to ball out. If you compare Thibodeau to the other guy that got drafted alongside him, Evan Neal, he's playing way better than him. So I'll give Kayvon Thibodeau his credit. And hopefully he continues to do so, man. He's trending up to like 13 sacks on the season. He's projected to get there. So hopefully he continues to make his presence felt, because guess what? In a game like this against the Jets, we need him to show up. We need this defense as a whole to show up. Dexter Lawrence balled out last week. Shout out to him. Leonard Williams finally made some noise. You know, Dexter Lawrence is obviously helping him tremendously with that, but he should continue to make this a problem for the other team, because he was one of the more talented defensive linemen, and guess what? You're getting paid $30-something million a year. Like, let's be a difference maker and let's make some plays. And as you know, Aziz is on IR, so that other spot does look a little weak, but Jihad Ward, as long as he can stop the run, that's all I care. And if it comes down to me, I think that's where we have to stop this team. Stopping the run. Breece Hall, he's a beast. Breece Hall, coming off that ACL injury, still looking good, still putting up great numbers against other teams. And the Giants, as much as we try to stock up this run defense, you know, they haven't really showed that they can be a top rushing defense team against like stopping the run. They did have some good performances against guys like Christian McCaffrey, but we do need another version of that when it comes against Breece Hall, because Breece Hall has been taking the top off of a lot of teams. So we definitely need to stock up on that. I would be shook if the game plan wasn't for Zach Wilson to beat us. Zach Wilson needs to beat us. Wink, he put a great game plan against Sam Howell, another young quarterback. Guess what? We need the same type of thing against Zach Wilson, because there's no way if Wink doesn't cook up stuff to make Zach Wilson beat us, and he beats us, so be it. If that wants to happen, if Zach Wilson ends up beating us, then so be it, because they had the better team in that case, because there's no way that should be happening. Getting Adoree Jackson back, it should be a little better on the defensive side of the ball as well. I talked about Deonte Banks this week. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out, man. Deonte Banks has been balling. And guess what? I'm excited to see him go up against their top receiver in Wilson. Another underrated part about this defense so far has been our linebacker core. Now, I was super excited to get a guy like Bobby Okereke in the offseason because, as you know, man, the Giants just hasn't had a good linebacker in forever. But guess what? Bobby Okereke stepped up to the plate. He's playing a lot better. Micah McFadden, he's probably going to get his own video next week, man. Micah McFadden has been balling. And I want to remind you guys where this man came from. He was about to be on the practice squad, let alone like on the bench, because Darren Beavers was looking like he was going to take over. And listen, fan favorite, Darren Beavers was definitely over Micah McFadden, but he's been playing a lot better. He's been playing a lot more free, and in terms of stopping the run, man, you like to see the run fits that he proposed, as well as getting some sacks, man. When he blitzes with conviction. So shout out to my man, Micah McFadden. He's probably going to get his own video, but let's make sure we ball out this Sunday. Looking at the offensive side of the ball, right? Looking at what we did against the Commanders. Once again, second half, it's a shutout, but we definitely probably should have scored more. If Saquonbarkley doesn't fumble, that's another 3 points. If Gano doesn't miss a field goal, that's another 3 points. Shoot, we probably would have scored over 20. That's just what I'm saying. But I definitely want to see the impact be made this week, especially with a good game plan against a team like the Jets. The Jets have a great defense. We know this. Their rush up front is just as good as anybody else, man. I'll give my flowers where I can, man. I definitely am worried about our offensive line, but, you know, I am holding out hope. At the time of this recording, it is not known if Andrew Thomas is coming back. It's not known if John Michael Schmitz is coming back. Hopefully they are. If they don't, I'm officially worried. Because once again, we've been hearing that Tyrod Taylor has been playing better. In my opinion, the offensive line's been playing a little bit better. But also, Tyrod Taylor has been taking more deep shots. You've seen it to Jalen Hyatt last week. You see the shots that he's taking against Darius Slayton, and also getting Darren Waller involved. I'd love to see it. We need to continue to get him involved in whatever way we can. It doesn't matter who's guarding this man. Throw him the ball. There's no reason to have less targets. And once again, that could be on Daniel Jones. That could be on coaching. I just hope going into this week, man, the offensive line holds up just as much as they have been, and Tyrod Taylor is able to do his thing. Because once again, it don't matter who's that quarterback for me. I just want the Giants team to win. And if I had to take a wide receiver this week, outside of Jalen Hyatt, who should be a big playmaker, Wan'Dale Robinson. My man's been looking good. He only had one really good play against the Commanders last week, but Wan'Dale Robinson's been looking like a stud, in my opinion. In terms of run after the catch, in terms of wiggle, he probably has the most wiggle out of this whole wide receiver room. And I'm definitely excited to see if they can continue to get him some favorable matchups. You know, I definitely like that they've been getting away from, hopefully they stay away from it, the screens and the jet sweeps. This man has been getting killed. Remember, Wan'Dale Robinson is not a big guy. So please, 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 do not throw another screen. And if our guys were able to block, then I'd be happy. But our guys aren't blocking for him. You know, Darren Waller missed a block and he got smashed. So let's hope that does not happen again. But Wan'Dale Robinson should be a difference maker. And hopefully he's going to be the playmaker for the game on the Giants offense. And if I had to make a prediction, man, if I had to go in and say, hey, if the Giants win, how are they winning? It's going to be an ugly game. I got it 24-17, Giants over the Jets. Giants over the Jets, man. The Metlife Bowl is here once again. Let's take our pride. Let's get a W. And guess what? Giants will be sitting at 3-5. And who knows? The whole season can turn around. Because guess what? We got a favorable matchup going into the rest of the weeks as well. Still got the Raiders. Still got the Patriots. Still have the Saints. Still have some winnable games. So who knows, man? Go out there Sunday. Get this W. And let's see how the season turns out, man. Because who knows? It could be flipped 180 degrees, man. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Subscribe down below. Road to 10K still active. If you haven't seen my other video this past week, check it out. I got it up for you right here. And I will be live Sunday night. Hope to catch y'all there, man. We'll be talking about the Giants-Jets game as well as the Giants overall. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Let's go Big Blue. Win the MetLife Bowl. Peace.